And the first read. There's only one good reason, really, and that is that people are not going to read it. Who's going to read a prologue, apart from me, apart from poor long-suffering agent or a publisher? They're going to read it and go, oh, I don't like that. The rest of your manuscript will not be looked at. It's just mad. Readers don't like prologues. You look at any bookshop, people pick a book up and they go through it, and they don't read the prologue. Who reads prologues? Do you? The second reason is that it's two beginnings. How hard is it to write a really good beginning to your book? Answer, very hard. How hard is it to write two really good beginnings to your book? Even it's twice as hard. So don't make it impossibly difficult for yourself. Just one strong beginning is all you need. Another thing about prologues is that they often get stuff out of order. So, you know, sometimes prologues are isolated extracts from later in the book, maybe halfway through the book, a really dramatic moment. But out of context of the story, it doesn't make sense. So what you're doing is killing, by a slow death of strangulation, something that actually should be a really mountainous peak to your story. And there it is, standing by itself, and it's just dead in the water. An awful lot of prologues are really hard work to read, actually. They tend to be data dumps. Like, you know, we've got to get this information out. The writer takes the view that I've got to get this information into your head before the story starts. What a boring way to start a book, with a complete data dump. I mean, no wonder readers don't like prologues. I wouldn't struggle through it. I mean, I'm paid to read them sometimes. But most boring thing in the world. If you see a prologue as a bit of drama, then very often what you're doing is actually giving away. I've seen many prologues like this. You're giving away one of the centre points of the book. So it might be halfway through the book, let's say page 150. So you give that away right at the beginning, and the poor old reader knows what's coming halfway through the book. I mean, you know, you've got to be a very dedicated reader to plough through 150 pages before you get to the point at which the prologue starts. Prologues stop you thinking like a reader. Most prologues I've seen are written by writers for the writer's benefit, not for the reader's benefit. They think, I've got to get this information in there, so I'm going to do that now. They're not thinking like a reader. To be a successful writer, you've got to think like a reader. You've got to understand the impact your words are making. Prologues discourage that. And finally, guys, the thing about prologues is they belong in the 19th century. They are pretentious with a capital P. It was a different age then. People had a lot more time to get themselves into books, to read books. Books were longer. Authors typically were paid by the word, especially if the book was being serialized. It's not like that now. You know, we're living in the YouTube generation. You've got a few seconds to make an impact. Prologues rarely, if ever, make an impact. Let the prologue die a natural death in the 19th century, that's my feeling.